Day 9 of the so-called Occupy Wall Street protest, much quieter than Day 8. And demonstrators are vowing to fight on despite dozens of arrests on Saturday. Cops are still not commenting on police tactics shown in graphic video of some of those arrests. New York 1's Bree Driscoll reports from near the New York Stock Exchange.
Group chants, upbeat music, even people napping. A much different scene Sunday from less than 24 hours before, when the protest was filled with screaming, people being forced to the ground, and others being pepper sprayed by police.
But at that point, 5 other cops at least jumped on me. And one of them, when they were putting the handcuffs on, put my arm way too up above my neck. And actually, what the medic said happened is that my shoulder got dislocated.
Police released a brief statement Saturday, saying there were about 80 arrests, mainly on disorderly conduct, charged for blocking traffic. Some were charged with resisting arrest, and one for assault on a police officer. There's been no comment regarding complaints police used excessive force and pepper spray. However, the City Council's chair of the Public Safety Committee says he believes police acted appropriately.
You certainly cannot take over a New York City street. That's a serious situation. We have emergency vehicles to get through. The people have actual jobs to get to, unlike these protesters apparently. And the police have every right to use the force that they deem necessary.
Protesters disagree, saying they were brutalized. Many were issued a summons to appear in court at a later date and released. They vowed to continue speaking out on how the government handles economic issues, including bank bailouts and the mortgage crisis.
1 in 5 New Yorkers is living in poverty. 10% of the American population is unemployed.
And even though Saturday's march resulted in arrests and injuries, protesters like Milo Gonzalez say they don't regret it.
I would gladly go through that whole ordeal over and over again for the same result, because I think now we have a lot more media coverage and a lot more people are paying attention.
They didn't really know what this was about. They didn't know what our motives were. They didn't know that we're intending to stay for a long time, and that's really changed.
Ducati Park, where the protesters are camped out, is privately owned by Brookfield Global Real Estate. On Sunday, workers passed out these flyers with a list of rules, including no camping or sleeping bags. While they haven't asked the protesters to leave, they say they are working with the city to restore the park to its intended purpose. In Lower Manhattan, Bree Driscoll, New York 1.